Austin Huddleston,
Yeah.
hired by Junior Korea.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your story as it is in your short life here. How many years you been on Earth?
19.
19 years on Earth. Light them up. Austin.
Come on, Austin.
Alright. So I was born April 15th, 1999 in Sarasota, Florida. At 8 years old, I witnessed my brother's dad abuse me and my mom physically and emotionally. At 10 years old, I witnessed my mother selling her pain medication out of the car while me and my brother were in the back seat to support us and get us food. Something positive. I got a four-wheeler from my grandparents at 12 years old. In 7th grade, I found my dad's bag of weed in his shorts pocket. And 8th and 9th grade, I was cut from my basketball team 2 years in a row. I lived in a small shack-like house where I ate peanut butter and cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but also met my best friend and their family took me in. When I started high school, I went deep into depression after moving again. After my brother's dad walked out on him, we had another great man walk into our lives just to find out he was an alcoholic and drug addict, emotionally abusing my mom. I had to take on the role of the male role model and father figure and being the man of the house again from 13 to 16. I wasn't in the right mindset dealing with depression, and I was taking that on my brother to the point where he hated me. In 2015, depression got worse, and I attempted suicide for the first time. It failed, which is good because I woke up with the belt around my neck, and I hated that I woke up. During school, I always saw myself as an outcast because I had social anxiety towards my age because of my maturity and not agreeing to the same morals and values, which I'm blessed and grateful for. As my depression got worse, so did my dad's anger. A new man came into our lives and was actually pretty awesome until we found out he was using my mom and went missing in Detroit for a week because he went on a crack binge. My brother was crushed that his new father was gone again. In 2017, I had to give up my best friend. She was a little mini box-head Rottweiler, or we would be kicked out of our home. 2 weeks later, I attempted suicide a second time. But in the middle of it, my friend saved me. 2 months after that, my buddy that I helped try to build up his self-esteem while I was still down, shot himself in the stomach with a shotgun and bled out. In July 2017, I graduated high school. Shortly after, I bought my 2016 Ford Focus at 17 years old. In September 2017, I got a girlfriend. I was working a great job with great people and working for a great boss. In January 2018, my hours got cut to 10 a week, and my girlfriend didn't want to be with me anymore. I felt alone again. February 2018, I was sitting on the bathroom floor crying with a gun to my head, wanting to end it once again. And the best thing happened for me. A week later, I was vacoracted into a mental institution and came out changed. After I was out, I met Junior Korea, who introduced me to the Goes and the Albright, the Alliance, and most importantly, God. And my story will continue to be changed for the best as I prosper and step into greatness God has called me to do.
You matter. For sure.
So, my mother-in-law asked me, she said, how do you get people to tell you stuff like that? I go, like, that's what I do. Like, if you know how to do that, you do what I do. The biggest thing is when you can make people feel safe. A safe environment. That's one of the things that Tim Go told me when we first started building this. about 7 years ago. You're saying 18 years ago, y'all started building this, but it wasn't safe 18 years ago. It was extremely profitable, but it wasn't safe. You with me? And so, but it ran out of steam in that vein. And so 7 years ago, Tim said, you've got to create a safe place where people still feel safe, where they open up and they become friends, and then you won't have people burning each other and ripping each other off and hating each other and spiteful and going behind each other's back. And I was like, all right. He said, you have any idea how this is going to hurt? I was like, I don't care. I didn't have it. It's kind of like what I used to say. My daddy said this a lot, and I've said it before, is I had a job. I was looking for a job when I found this one.
Yeah.
You women say, oh, does that make sense? Somebody says, I'm going to fire you. You say, well, I was looking for a job when I found this one. Ain't going to be new. And so that's kind of the way I was about this business. I was building this business before I had this business. So if I don't have this business, I'll just build this business. You with me? Not that I want to go through it and ever have to live like that again, which is another reason I wake up mad and psycho. But how can you remember this? There's more bad times coming. There's more bad problems coming. And there's more times like this right here coming.
That's right. That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But when there's a drought of good times, you're wondering if they'll ever come back. That's when I called Karockas Watkins. I said, Bo, you sure about this? I'm sure. You with me?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, all right. I mean, a lot of times that's the conversation. All right. All right. Because I ain't got a lot of time to go all into it, but are we sure there's good times coming again?
Yeah.
Like, how many of you been there when you thought you'd never laugh again in your life? Like you thought nothing would be funny. And then sometimes within an hour, sometimes it's 6 weeks, you're about to lose it hugging somebody laughing. That's kind of the program is there's more good times coming. I just want to break it to you, there's bad times coming too.
Yeah.